primary motive of the hearing is going to be whether or not you paid it. And I'm like, great, that might be the primary, but we're going to talk about how you guys had an unofficial underground system run by the homeless people, and there was an unofficial city policy not to take it under the bridge, and you got rid of it and didn't fucking tell anybody.
Yeah.
So that's...
Well, dude, I've thought about, and this is like yesterday I was like looking at the signs. Like I got there and I just like looked at it and I was like, I just need, give me a wire cutter. Like I could cut the signs down, or if you graffiti the signs, because if there's signs aren't visible.
There's other signs there that are like private property, no parking, and there's some that are like work with the city, scan the code to park with the city. But then there's no place to scan the code, so there's nothing.
It's entrapment.
Did you tell him? You guys are cool if you do my podcast?
This is his podcast.
If you do, okay.
It's my studio.
It's just, I'll give you a quick pitch. It's called Hardly Working. It's so fun. I recorded like 3 episodes a few months. I've had a bunch of episodes out, but I just recorded 3 more, then I stopped. I just got tired of editing them.
Okay.
I'm bringing it back.
Are we doing 2 podcasts right now, or are we doing 1?
Just one.
Just one.
Okay, sick.
Yeah. It'll probably 45 minutes to like an hour or so.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's what I aim for. And then it's called Hardly Working. It's about like jobs you had preferably in like high school or college, crazy coworkers, shit you would do to pass the time. Because I think like formative jobs are really shitty. Yeah. And I think funny people find really funny ways to pass the time, and none of them were good. Did you have a job in like high school or college?
Yeah, of course.
All right, cool. You?
Called mooching off my parents.
I mean, I could talk about some of the, I think honestly, like the jobs that I had growing up were pretty funny, but I have a pretty fucking weird odd job right now that I'm doing that I think is...
Then let's fucking talk about that.
Let's do it.
Yeah, whatever you're more excited about. It's pretty loose, and if we go off the rails, we go off the rails. I mean, it's not rigid. Are we going live right now?
Yeah. We're live, but I'm also recording it.
All right, perfect. That's great. Whoa, what was that? You have a soundboard?
No, that was just outside traffic.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We have like a logo for your... Is it on?
Let me dig it up. Let me see. Hardly Working.
Man, can you believe that Secret Show was sold out yesterday? That was fun.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, dude.
Secret Show Sunset Strip is like so good if it's packed.
It's incredible when it's packed. I was telling someone the other day, it's like, I went to a show at East Austin because every time I do a show there, it's always like, I'm always doing like Tuesdays or like Wednesdays there. And then there's always like 8 people there. And I went there and it was like packed. I'd never seen it with like the full room layout. And I was like, oh, this is like a great club.
It's amazing.
Like I've just always done it when there's been less than like 10 people
there. Is there any club that's not good when it's sold out?
Every club in Austin is good. Really?
When it's not sold out? It's the best tiny room.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, what club, even when it's packed, is like bad? Is that
Also,
everyone's like, when Sunset's sold out, it's awesome. It's like, yeah, well, when anywhere sold out, it's fucking great.
You make a great point.
Yeah. Like if we did a show in this podcast studio and sold it out, it'd be fucking amazing.
It'd be a legendary show.
What about shows like where it's like a bunch of hot young people and they don't have any reactions because they're too busy being hot?
Hey, don't talk about us.
Don't talk about hot like that. Come on.
Notoriously, hotties only at Joe's shows. Oh God, why the hell is it not? It's not letting
Did I
me
rip your vape? Do you mind?
Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
Okay, I don't know why
How we do it here.
Not letting me download my own image.
It's like
who was the other guy we played Catan with that one time? Do you remember? I think you might have lived with him. Dallas made me eggs after the
Caleb.
play. I think so, yeah.
Caleb Reimer.
All right, I'm just gonna screenshot this. This is gonna look really bad on the TV, but it's okay. Hardly Working is the podcast.
Thank you.
I'll try to get it.
I mean, I think Sunset's great. You know, sometimes those
Thank you, bro.
some of the shows aren't that good.
Sent it on Instagram if that helps.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, but it's just it's like the cliche of like look at that. 6 days sober down the drain. Documented.
Yeah.
6 days sober, all to waste, guys. I showed up and there's like a noontime beer and I was like, come on. It doesn't count if it's before 5.
This is noon for us.
Oh, 3 o'clock. Well, close enough.
It's comedian noon.
Close enough. Here we go. We'll start the episode officially, but it's pretty loose. And we'll just go back and forth between you guys and you can interject
Hell yeah.
It's not rigid.
You know what I actually want to talk about? Let's talk about the dish pit. Yeah, my dish working job for 3 years.
Oh, really? Hell
yeah, that was fun as fuck.
Do you want me to? Here, I'll just run the intro. Are you gonna get the logo up?
Eventually.
All right. Well, this is howdy. This is the this is the Hardly Working podcast with Matt Banwart. Today we have two guests. We have Hans Kim over here.
Hey.
And Joe Begley.
What up?
Joe Begley, you were itching to go first.
No, let's do Hans first, dude. We got to hear about what Hans has been up to. That's the hook, baby.
Hans, okay.
Nobody gives a fuck what I've been doing, dude.
All right, well Joe's has some pretty crazy past jobs.
Yeah.
He's got a crazy current job, and I've seen the photos on Instagram. It looks really cool. But Hans, what kind of jobs do you have in like high school or like college or whenever?
I was a sandwich artist.
At Subway?
Yeah, and Quiznos. You remember Quiznos?
Whoa! You
Toasty.
played both sides of the fucking the aisle. You
Yeah,
played
the
for the
Blood
enemies.
and the Crips.
That's crazy, dude.
Were you there when the Empire tumbled at Subway?
No. And Quiznos. Oh, Subway? No, this is way before. I'm way older than you guys.
Oh, okay.
Flex.
Yeah, I forget. You look at a Korean guy, you really have no idea. Like, you could be 24 or 44. I have no fucking idea how old
We're
you are.
ageless. We're like a dragon.
That's crazy. I didn't know Asians were doing bad enough to work at Subway.
Well, it's more a formative experience just to like get the American experience and see what you guys are all complaining about.
Did you like the job or did you hate it?
It was awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's molds the human soul into some gross thing that just cuts onions and shit.
How profound. How profound.
Yeah,
Did you have like a favorite sandwich there?
Yeah, the meatball is always solid.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like the cold cuts. I feel like there's something wrong with those kind of meats. It's like it's not real meat. What is this? It's like a fucking vegetable.
Dude, I'm from like a small town in Iowa. I'll say it a million times. We had this couple from our hometown, and we had a Subway, and they would eat at Subway all the time. Famously, everyone was like small town gossip. They're like, that family always eats at Subway. And then the dad got cancer, and it was like, it's all the cold cuts.
Yeah.
Like my mom is like deep onto like pseudo health advice, and she was like, it's all the cold cuts gives you cancer.
Cold cuts give you cancer.
Yeah, dude. My mom was like adamant on it, and I was like, can we just
Get
feel
them warm
bad?
cuts.
Can we just feel bad for the family? Dad is cancer. My mom's like, that's what you get for eating at Subway.
Well, I think a lot of people do that because like when somebody gets sick, you always want to ascribe it to something. You know, you always want to be like, oh, it's all the food they're eating or it's all the cigarettes it's smoking. If it's like just happened because it just happens, it's a lot scarier. Like it's almost too much to process. So you got to pick a card.
Control. You want to be like, I'm not getting cancer because I don't eat at Subway, even though I really, really want to.
Because I drink Bud Lights and riff a Geek Bar. We're fucking good to go. We're cruising.
We're gonna live forever.
Geek bars are the Subway of lung health.
I don't know if that checks out fully, but yeah, I get
Tua is gonna be accused of child porn or whatever Jared was doing.
she is gonna have a bigger scandal. I think the Bitcoin one is just the beginning for her. I think she can fall even further.
Let's see. I think she was doing great. I think she's just a product of our culture, like Kanye.
Yeah. I mean, she's like, if you have a moment like that, I think you just got to cash in as best as you can and just realize like there is no longevity.
God.
Yeah, well, that too. So
Yeah, you just gotta let it fucking rip, dude. I mean, you get a once in a lifetime opportunity. You're out there just talking about spitting on that thing, and then you're a pseudo celebrity for a year.
yeah, run it up. That's what I was talking about. Like, I was telling someone like it's gonna be really cool in like 6 years from now when people are like, "Do you remember the Rizzler?"
Yeah,
Like that's gonna be really fun when he has like a reality TV show where he's like, some like 18-year-old drunk or whatever, and be like, I remember when he was cool.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's kind of terrifying when you think about it, because like you think about how many people release like videos every day, and they go out on Instagram, and there's some that get like millions and millions of views, and then oh fuck, that's us, that tripped me out, and then you just forget who they are pretty much immediately. Like it used to be, you would do one movie and you'd have a scene in it, and you're like, oh my god, you're that guy from that movie, and now it's like, oh yeah, dude, like 40 million.
Those were the influencers back. Those are like the fitness like following people. Like we just had to like latch on to like extras and side characters, but now we got like individualized personality traits that we can latch on to.
Yeah, I mean, if you had like a speaking line in Rocky, you could just own your own gym. You know what I mean? You'd be like, I had that line in Rocky, and I fucking punched the bag, and they'd be like, you should start your own gym. You have enough credit.
That was the Kill Tony of the 80s. Rocky. Sylvester Stallone was Kill Tony.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, I guess. No,
back then. Sylvester Stallone was a man back then.
I like asking this about jobs, by the way, not to bring it back to Subway, but it feels like every job there's like there's like a playlist that goes on and repeat. Was there like a specific song that played, or I guess?
Yeah, Nickel Creek.
Oh, really?
Best of luck. Best of luck. That's how I found out about Nickel Creek. They're a good band.
Who was working at Subway?
Yeah.
Subway put you on.
Not Nickel Creek, Nickel something.
Nickelback?
No, not Nickel. Oh, it was Nickel Creek. Yeah.
Okay, it was Nickel Creek.
I
Okay.
always get them confused. But Nickel Creek is like a bluegrass country. They're really good.
And Subway put you on.
Yeah.
That's very funny.
Driving home with the music from the subway playing, you're like, dude, I could just keep this going all day. I just want to be in
I'm a
there.
company man.
Looking at the New York wallpaper, man, fucking great. Gets me fired up.
I do love the idea of like being a musician and you're like, dude, we just got the big Subway paycheck. We're on their Pandora playlist nationwide. Like,
Dude, well, the whole Subway thing, like, I think Subway had maybe the weirdest arc of all time because for a while there, like early 2000s, everybody munched Subway. All the time.
everywhere.
We all went pretty constantly.
Yeah.
Everyone was into it. Everybody loved Subway.
Yeah.
And then the Jared thing happened and it like snapped everyone out of a trance where we were like, what are we doing? Like, I don't
These
even
aren't
fucking
that
like,
good.
yeah, these are
The
fucking
sandwiches are
terrible.
mid.
Well, they put their whole identity into like literally. I mean, Subway was big, but I think bigger than the Subway brand was the $5 footlong brand.
Yeah,
And then
$5 foot long.
The second that promo ended, because they were like, that was never sustainable.
And they just kept making it skinnier and like
Yeah.
less shit in it.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, it is a foot long, but it's like an inch wide now.
Dude,
So
yeah.
in the $5 foot long heyday, when you're working there,
Yeah.
like were they giving you specific instructions? Like were you like, yo, you guys need to go out and make sure that you put 4 slices of turkey on this sub tops.
I mean,
We're going.
They
to
tell you.
down.
They tell you how many you're supposed to put in.
What's the
Yeah, that
official
was there
number?
when it like went down. I don't know.
Oh, really? Yeah, you got to see the fall of the empire.
Yeah.
Dude, you're
Yeah.
up close and personal with it.
Yeah, it was crazy. See corporatism at work, just
Yeah.
fucking the people
The,
over.
the death of Subway. This guy lived through it, man. You've got trauma.
Yeah, never forget.
You're like, I got out before Jared went down.
I mean, dude, the thing about what Jared was doing was like Jared lost all that weight eating Subway, but the thing was he was eating a 6-inch sub twice a day. And the thing is, like,
Yeah.
if you eat a half of anything twice a day, you're gonna lose weight and
You're
get
gonna be
healthier.
fine.
But he was like, I can eat only half of this shit, you know? Like, this is easy to only eat a little bit.
Yeah, and then every other meal was a salad.
I know cutting yourself off at half a Big Mac, that's a challenge. For fat guys and just being like, yeah, dude, I'm done. I'm good. Thank you.
This isn't gonna addict you. This is just a little shitty food that you can eat for a long time.
But you could go out any
Yeah.
day and just be like, you know what? I'm gonna eat like a half of what
Chicken
literally
nugget.
anything. Pick anything, and
Yeah.
you'll lose weight if you eat half
But you
of it.
feel like you're eating a lot because it's so big.
Yeah,
There's
the
not a
footlong.
lot in there.
I mean, a 6-inch sandwich is still like a big sandwich. You know what I mean? Like
It's
it is like
perfectly
still.
designed for the white body.
Amen, brother.
What?
The white body
guys
was
are
built to
designed to
handle 6
digest.
inches.
Gluten.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
So when you're in there, you're at Subway. You're like fucking sitting down every day, and then you come in and it's like lunch or dinner break. Did you eat Subway every day for lunch and dinner, or at a certain
Yeah,
point
it's
where you're
free.
like, yeah, you hammered that shit.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
pizza. You could get steak.
Oh, I
Cheese
forgot
steak.
Subway made pizza for a while. Do they
Yeah,
still
they
do
made
pizza?
Probably.
Yeah,
They
that
had
was a hit.
cookies.
Oh, the cookies were great.
They had soups.
Oh, dude, I forgot about those macadamia nut Subway
Oh,
cookies.
God,
Those were a
dude.
bomb.
I love macadamia nuts cookies, yeah. Yeah, I would put on weight working there.
That's how racist you are. You don't even like chocolate chip.
They're fine. It's less protein.
Yeah, when they stick to their kind.
Now, come on now. We like the macadamians. Is macadamia? It's just a nut. It does sound like a country though. I was thinking of Madagascar, the island off of Africa, for a second there.
Madagascar cookies.
Yeah, I have 0 IQ. I said it and I was like, never. Like mid sentence, I was like, nope, that's
No,
not
it's
it.
I know when you say the island off of Africa, it's like Africa's New Zealand. You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like a little thing sticking off the bottom.
Yeah, it's
Nobody really, it's just a bunch of fucking wacko fucks down there. You don't really know what goes
trees.
on.
Yeah, it's like their Guam or Puerto Rico.
oh yeah, that's a great one. Yeah.
The
That's
Gulf
it.
of Africa.
All right. So you're a sandwich artist, and Joe, you said you also worked in food or
Yeah, so
behind
my
the counter.
first job, I think it was between junior and senior year of high school. I picked
Yep.
up a job working dishes at this country club. And
Okay.
yeah, because basically there was this like
You got
country
off
club in
that
my hometown.
caviar.
Dude. Oh, wait till you fuck. It was
I love
nothing
it.
like that. So
Okay.
it was the local like 9-hole track, right?
Yep.
And the whole big job was like if you grew up and you played golf there, like everyone would eventually at some point in their young life work in the pro shop. It was what you did.
Yep.
And
Servicing billionaires.
yeah, dude.
Sucking them off.
You're parking golf carts, you're washing clubs. It's a good job. You're interacting with people. You're out. You're public facing. But I was
Also,
this.
everyone in country clubs, because every small town in Iowa has a 9-hole golf
Oh,
course.
100%.
Like you'll be driving through, you're like, oh, Madrid, Iowa has a country club. You're like, why the hell?
Yeah.
Like every shit town.
Well, it's the local. It was basically the local muni, but you would grab a
Yeah,
membership and you'd play there. It was a fucking blast.
Yeah.
But
Parks for white people.
if you're a kid, you would like work in the pro shop, you park the carts, do all the shit. But I was this scraggly, long-haired little fuck. I was like
You're
6
the
feet.
hippie.
Dude, I was 6 feet tall. I weighed 130 pounds. I was goofy. I couldn't tuck my shirt in.
Dream.
Yeah, dude, they were like, we don't want this kid interacting with the general public.
Good
so
call.
they wouldn't hire me at the fucking pro shop. They wouldn't put me
Oh,
in.
you wanted the cool
You're
job.
experiencing racism.
Yeah, so they were like, dude, we're putting this kid. They were like, hey, somebody's got to give the Begley kid a job here. We're not going to put him in the pro shop interacting with our customers. He's a fucking 16-year-old dumb fuck.
Classic.
So they go, yeah, dude, stoner. We're throwing him in the kitchen. And so I was back
You're gonna
there.
learn Spanish, son.
We had a great time. It was literally like if you looked at my top 5 or top 10 best friends on planet Earth at that point, out of the top 10, 7 of us worked either in the pro shop or the kitchen.
Yeah.
And we were fucking degenerates. We had a great time. Like
The
it was
worse the
best
job,
time.
the better the time.
Dude, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Like they would send us out. We would have to bring the trash out, and you would run the trash down in a golf cart to these fucking
that's
trash
fun.
bins at the bottom of the hill.
Yeah.
And every single time it was like sneak out. You'd be like, all right, dude, we're gonna smoke a little pot behind the dumpsters.
Yep.
We're smoking weed with these like 45-year-old
Making in
men.
moments of humanity. For this job.
It was so fun. It was honestly like, dude, I think like truly like some of the best shit talkers I've ever met in my entire life were just like line cooks at a shitty
best.
country club. Like we're having the best time.
You or anyone you ever work with get in trouble working there?
Oh, bro,
You ever get caught?
biggest scandal of all time.
Oh,
It's the biggest scandal we ever had.
country club
They're
scandal.
good at Jared.
They were embezzling money in the dishes.
Dude, so this is what we did.
All right.
Every night, basically, you would go out and, like I said, you'd run the trash down. And so the dumpsters were at the bottom of the hill. And at the bottom of the hill, there were public paddle courts. So think like pickleball, but with like a big sponge ball in a cage. Most fun fucking game ever. It had lights. It had a little clubhouse. Nobody would use it on like Friday and Saturday nights. So what my friend would do, not me, my friend would go down and he would take like a 30 rack out of the basement and he would drive it down with the garbage and then he would hide it underneath the paddle courts.
Oh, yeah.
And on Friday nights, we would sneak out and we would sneak kids out from like the boarding school where I went. And we would go and we would meet up and we would just like fucking crush beers.
That's so
And we
cool.
got carried away. We were doing it every Friday night for like a fucking year.
Oh, that's
and
so
then
sick.
like any good thing, you're like, dude, we're having a great time. We're sneaking beers. We're having fucking fun.
Take it up.
You get excited. We got to kick it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So what did we decide? We don't just want beers. We're tired of drinking fucking warm beers in the middle of the summer. We want cold beers, right?
Oh, no.
So we decided let's get some cold beers. So
Too much.
the
You don't
club's
deserve it.
Dude, the club's starting to notice that like beers are just disappearing, right? Beers are going away. We don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Where are these fucking beers going off to? Well, my friend decides one day to take a wash bucket, a big metal wash bucket, fill it with ice, and he's running it down. And so he's doing it, getting the wash bucket, filling it with beers, leaving it out. And one day, the guy who owns the restaurant is driving in, and he drives by the paddle courts, and he sees a metal wash bin down by where the trash gets run out. And all of a sudden, just everything clicks. He goes, the degenerates who work in the kitchen are running beers down and putting them in my fucking wash bucket, and they're stealing beers from the restaurant. So my buddy comes in. They drive him in. He goes, hey, come down. We're going to go run some trash out. He goes, it's first thing in the morning. We got trash to run out? He goes, yeah, we're running trash down. They drive him down, put him next to the bucket, and they go, what's my fucking wash bucket doing down here by the paddle courts? And he goes, I don't know. I don't know. And he goes, here's the deal. You either admit that you stole the beers right now and you're fucking fired, or we press charges. And he goes, fine, we stole all the beers. We've been drinking them on the paddle courts.
That's so cool.
And that was like the end of the run.
Yeah. Dude, if you're an adult, though, like if you're like him in that situation, like, yeah, you're probably mad because you've lost a lot of money and potential beer revenue. But also, you have to be like, That's kind of cool of
I
them.
get it. They're like, dude, it's not that
I
much
wouldn't even
money.
be that mad.
Our paychecks were $7.25 an hour.
Oh,
We couldn't afford
God.
to fucking buy beers. So like, what do you
Yeah.
expect us to do?
Oh, dude. I mean, I
We
had
get
jobs.
free Bud Lights
You're
like
like
a
Robin
Hans
Hood.
podcast studio. This is the way it goes.
Whoa.
Why does it do this?
Is that Andre Kim?
Yeah.
I fucking love Andre Kim.
Yeah, he's like black.
Yeah.
So cool.
What's the word for Korean wigger?
Yeah.
Hugin. It's just black.
Filipino. That's the word. Filipino dudes are obsessed with black culture.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
kind
they're
of are.
Americanized, but they also have the cool jungle hipness.
Mm.
Jungle hipness is crazy.
Thanks, Hans Kim can say that I can't for 5,000.
Yeah.
They're in the jungle. They have to be cool. You can't be a loser in the jungle.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't be a loser at Jollibee.
Like, hey, did you guys fill out your reports? I'm a Filipino, making sure you guys have all your coconuts.
I've always been told that they're the Mexicans of Asia, and I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, they're so
Metaphor.
Americanized, and like the worst part of America too. Not like the freedom-loving shit, but like
Yeah.
the anti-gay, anti-drug shit.
Fun. We love it.
But that's a product of their colonization and all
Yeah.
that. America fucked up the Philippines.
Is Korea like pretty progressive or is it like
No.
sort of old school?
It's very religious.
A weird mix of like American worship and like misogyny and racism.
They're historically. I mean, they're very cute though. Like every like Korea, they're doing, like,
It's
they're,
cute
like, the
racism.
people from Korea, like they're always doing this. Like they're always like doing like cutesy shit.
They
Yeah,
love
hard.
hard shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all trying to be little babies,
Kind of. Yeah.
trying to be the most hairless, softest people possible.
I'd make a good Korean.
No, you wouldn't. You
So,
fucking
so look,
caveman.
Dude.
dude, I'd be a great Korean.
Yeah. Hey, let Joe
Look
be
how
Korean.
Korean you are. Korean, bro. Just
Let him do it.
enjoy it.
Let Joe
Just
be
be
Korean.
I'm from Korea.
Oh, you speak Mandarin too.
Yeah, but I had a bunch.
You're too golden retriever.
Yeah,
You
that's
should be
true.
more cat.
Ooh.
Mm.
Ooh.
But you don't want to be. It's not a good life. We kill ourselves at a high rate.
Yeah.
It's all pent in.
Beautiful metaphor.
Just fucking kill ourselves because it sucks.
Hans, did you have any other job outside of Subway and Quiznos?
Yeah, I worked at a sushi restaurant in New York City.
What a surprise.
What a Part of it.
I'm so glad you beat me to it.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's like, you are white, you work at a country. It's
Yeah.
like my Asian country club. It's
And then they were stealing sake next to the dumpster in the alley.
yeah, we're getting high on nigiri and sashimi.
Yeah.
You're doing sake bombs next to the mice.
Yeah, they're pretending that you're they'd be like, he's the Japanese too.
Yeah, exactly. I look.
Yeah. You just need to be Asian to work front of house.
Yeah. Dude, I was working at the sushi, like cutting shit up, like the
Oh,
actual
seriously?
sushi shit. Yeah, I was terrible at it.
Oh, no way.
And then they put me at front of house, got paid more, got paid tips.
Oh, that
Wait,
feels way easier.
Easier, yeah.
I didn't know sushi chefs. I mean, they've always been sold to like Westerners as like the most prestigious of all chefs. And it was just like, that's crazy that you like, because in my mind, like sushi chef is like, whoa, what a job. But it's crazy that it's just one run above Quiznos. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah, well, they
Subway,
don't pay you a
Quiznos,
lot
sushi.
because they're like, this is a future, so we don't have to pay you now. You're gonna get rich doing this if you really want to.
If you
So
really
it's like,
commit.
any good job, they'll pay you less.
Yeah.
Any bad job, they just look for any reason to pay you less.
Yeah, that's kind of the formula.
Yeah, it's a scam. You don't want to like work for a game that you don't control. They just control all the levers, and you just have to work as hard as fuck, and then hopefully they like you enough to give you
God damn.
a living wage.
You're so profound. You got to invent your own role.
Yeah, you gotta invent a new kind of sushi just to be.
It's the Hans Kim roll, and it's just all imitation crab, and that's it.
It's all cold cuts and fucking Quiznos.
Yeah.
You make the meatball marinara. That'd be the grossest thing in the world. A meatball
Meatball
marinara
sushi?
sushi roll. That'd be so bad. Well, you said that was your favorite sub.
I'm sure it would be good. Meatball with rice.
No, no. I'd rather
Combine
die.
the cultures.
No fucking way.
Meatball, rice meatball. Oh.
Oh my god, that's a very New York thing. You see a fucking Italian and Asian.
Did you ever do anything illegal when you were working there?
Yeah.
I got like the chefs would like get like a ball of raw fish and just
Mhm.
give it to me because they knew I love that shit.
Oh,
And I would just eat like leftovers. It was like a nice restaurant, so they would have like shit. I'd put all the leftovers in a cup, put it somewhere the camera couldn't see, just eat it all day.
Oh, okay. In my
man.
mind, that was at the end of your shift when you first said it. And in my mind, you were just like taking like a saran wrap ball of fish home, and you were just like sitting outside your
was.
just gnawing on raw
That's
fish.
me. I was like Golem.
That's crazy. I love that.
Yeah, it's good shit. Raw fish is like the purest.
You have anyone big come in while we were working there or no?
that's such a great
I don't
reference.
know.
That is Gollum does eat raw fish.
For sure
Out of a
does.
ball, yeah.
Watching people cook fish is the worst. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah?
dude, it's good the way it is. Don't fucking cook that shit.
I like it. Now I'm after this. I'm going to get sushi now. Change of plans in the day. We're going to all you can eat machi sushi now.
Yeah.
Raw fish.
Some sort of all you can eat sushi place somewhere, isn't there?
It's machi sushi. They're the sponsor of this episode. It's like for lunch it's like $25 all you can eat.
It's like a day ruiner though. If you go,
Oh, yeah.
you can eat sushi at the beginning of the day. Like,
Yeah, you're so full. You can't stop because it's like I have the problem of like I gotta get my money's worth wherever I go.
Yeah.
In Chicago, there was one spot. It was like $23 all you can eat sushi for lunch, and like, you know, both me and like my girlfriend were like unemployed or like doing comedy, and so we would just go there at lunch, and it was like the move. All you can eat raw sushi.
I mean, you wouldn't
Sushi.
eat for a whole day.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Poverty. That was it. That was the big celebration. Did you any pros and cons to work in front of house? You ever meet anyone any cool? Any bad customers?
No one questioned my authenticity.
yeah.
I learned some Japanese.
Do you have any like bad coworkers in any of the jobs you worked?
Well, the boss chewed me out and then I just quit on the spot.
That was it.
Yeah. She was like, you can't be sitting, you got to be standing. Something.
And that was it.
I'm on my lunch break.
Oh, and that was your final straw. You're just like, I'm done.
And she's like, look, you didn't even eat it, you liar. And I was like,
All right,
I'm done.
I'm out. I got bigger and better things to do.
I'm doing comedy. I'm an artist. I don't
Yeah.
need this.
You're a
They want
sandwich artist.
people that are dedicated. They trick you into loving the company so they can eke out
Oh.
more money out of you.
Yeah.
I did not love it. I was just doing it purely for the paycheck, and that that doesn't fit.
Yeah.
There's no job that you can just work for the paycheck in.
Yeah.
They want you to love, every
Yeah.
stupid job they give you.
The first company I had out of college was in Chicago, and it was like this hip like media startup that like was like from when I started, the company was already failing, and their whole thing was like they would underpay people, and I think my boss was like 25, and it was just like a sorority girl who was like 3 years out of college or whatever, and she sucked so much. But they had like a keg in the office, and like everyone was like, this is the coolest job ever, we're gonna live forever. And they hated me because I would just leave after work and go do comedy, and they'd be like, we're going to the bars, and I never joined, not even once. I did once, and like my boss literally was like this like 28-year-old dude, wore a shirt that just said hentai and had like sort of like anime titties on it sticking out, and we went to Chinatown and we did like karaoke, and he just had this like anime titty shirt and was like, fucking, that's one of you guys.
That's his open mic.
Yeah,
That's
it
him
was.
expressing himself.
And I was like, I never need to hang out with you guys, but they resented me 'cause I didn't need it. They had a keg in the office, so it was like a cool job.
Yeah, I had one of those too.
Yeah.
There's like the bait fridge is the way I would
I
describe
mean,
it.
the
Like,
wash bucket.
yeah.
The old wash bucket.
What do you mean?
You have a reoccurring theme.
Your
You love
country club.
Oh,
your
yeah,
country
yeah.
club. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
That's my wash bucket.
Drinking at work.
So this job though, they had like they had a beer fridge, and every Thursday, like the girl who worked at the front desk would come around. She'd be like, "What beer do you want for this week?" And you would get to pick your favorites, and they'd stock the fridge with everyone's
No,
favorite
that's
beer.
awesome.
And it was fucking awesome, but it was also like it was a trap because it was their way of like getting the people out who were like lazy as fuck. Because
Yeah.
the beer fridge was awesome, but if you tried to drink out of the beer fridge at like 1 PM, they'd be like, "This guy's a piece of shit." Like you had to wait until the last
Yeah.
hour of the day.
You had to wait until like 3 or 4.
Which is like, dude, honestly, kind of sick to have a beer fridge, but like if you have someone that's like a sick employee but also an alcoholic, like that's tough. That's like a tough job to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Where
are
it's like,
making
yeah,
it
I'm not
worse.
gonna drink anymore, but also
They're like, we don't want anyone that can truly take advantage of this awesome shit that we have. You got to
Yeah.
be bad at having fun.
I
it's like
can't.
the ping pong table in the office. Use it, get fired. Like no one, like,
But if you spend all your time
Yeah.
doing ping pong, Like, this guy's getting really good at ping pong. Let's fire him.
My job was terrible because it was like so like everyone that worked there thought the job was so cool that they would work you to like I had a coworker and she would cry 3 to 5 times a day. She sat to the left of me. I don't remember her name. I just remember she would cry every day. She would cry. I mean, it was just like, and it was like multiple times a day. And it would just like, I just like,
see it.
yeah, I just like pretend not to notice it every time. Cause she was like, I can't lose this job. I can't lose. And it was like so stressful. And I was just like,
At least she's
don't need
responding
this.
honestly to the pressures. It's like, this is what they're actually doing to you.
yeah. And it was like, by the way, it was an open concept office. So it wasn't like, she was like hiding in a cubicle. It's like she was there. Someone was there. The CEO was there.
It's either cry every day or fake
Yeah.
laugh every day.
The CEO was 12 feet from her watching her cry 3 to 5 times a day and was just like, well, at least she's productive.
Wasn't that like the greatest fucking trick that they ever played in offices where they were like, hey,
Open
like,
concept.
cubicles are terrible. And you're like, yeah, cubicles are terrible. I hate cubicles. And they're like, great. So we're going to go to this cool new open plan office thing. And
Yeah.
everyone's like, that's awesome. And then you're fucking like, instead of us having our own space, we're all sharing a fucking desk and it's miserable. Like, it's
Yes, it was
fucking
just this. It was
like
just this all the way
like,
down.
we'd all have
Have to share.
monitors up here. You didn't have a place where you could store your stuff. So you just
Yeah.
had this giant fucking space. I mean, like where everyone's packed in, and
Yeah.
dude, like that was the biggest scam they ever pulled on us.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude,
Absolutely.
like open plan, so sick. And it's like, oh, you mean the space where all of my coworkers can see what I'm doing 24 hours
All
a
the
day?
time.
Great idea. That
Yeah.
sounds fucking awesome.
I just lived constantly paranoid. Like, and then like I'd get in trouble and like people, it wasn't like your boss would like come by the cubicle and be like, hey, by the way, like we need to talk. Like they would come by and like everyone else would be like, he's in trouble. And it was like gossip. It was just like pure gossip, you know? And then people were like in group chats and it wasn't like they were hidden. Like you could like see people like, and you're like, great. Is there something on my shirt? Like I just lived in constant paranoia on that job.
Yeah.
I probably should have drank
It's a
that
cult.
beer.
You have
Yeah.
to look like you enjoy it, or else they're like, this guy's gonna turn on us.
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
fun,
it was.
fun jobs are like kind of a scam. Like that's why I think everybody has kind of a good time. Like looking back when you worked at the shitty jobs, because
Yeah.
you knew it was shitty and everyone there could walk around just being like we hated that we worked at Subway, but you're like, yo, Hans, I fucking hate it here. You'd be like, dude, I hate it too.
You could have actual fun. You don't
Yeah.
have to like eke out fun in an official way.
Yeah.
Like you could have like human fun. Like
Shit jobs are the best jobs.
They're fun as fuck.
Yeah, that's the whole
Yeah.
premise of this podcast is the worse the job, the more fun you have.
100%.
Yeah. Because I had a fun job and people were crying. You know what I mean? Cool office, cool art on the wall. The bathroom was named shithole, you know? And
Yeah,
she's
like-
crying 3 to 5 times a day.
Dude, like the fucking the cooler the office, the more fuck. Like they have
Yeah.
AstroTurf at the office, you're fucked.
Game over.
It's done.
Yeah.
Like
If it's the
AstroTurf and
company
fucking
gym.
cornhole,
Yeah,
it's
that
over, dude.
AstroTurf has to make up for the fucking parties that Friday night at the pickleball game. It's like, this is it. I have to enjoy this.
Yeah.
Just staring at the AstroTurf.
Man, that's so funny. Yeah, I just remember one time I was like, this sucks. And like everyone was like, shh, this is the best job ever. And I was like, all right.
Do you guys ever think that with stand up though? Like stand up is the ultimate fun job. And sometimes it is really fun, but sometimes you go in a green room and you're like, what do we do? Everyone's on their fucking phone. This stinks. What just because
Sometimes.
there's whiskey here doesn't make it fun.
Yeah.
I'm in a green room with a bunch of dickheads who are looking at their phones stressed out, and you're like, all right, I love stand up, but sometimes you're like packed into a room with a bunch of people that you're kind of lukewarm on, and you're like, yeah, maybe this is the ultimate corporate, not that fun job.
I think one of the best parts of stand
I
up
love it. I'm
is
just kidding.
no, I agree. I think you should be. I think it's cool to just like I think it's awesome to be like friends with a lot of people, but I think you need one or two personal, like really close people that you can be like, I hate this too.
Yeah.
You need that. Like I live with 2 comics right now and we complain all the time and then we go out and we have the best time ever. But you need people where you can be like, fuck this, I
do you
hate
live with?
everything. Brent Reed
Oh,
and
great.
Andrew Tar.
But that's
Fuck
what
yeah.
people live for, is just shit talking.
Yeah, you need that. You need that though a little bit. That's like a fun part of comedy. And everyone's pretty good at shit talking.
Comics are like extra shit talking. They look for bullshit and everything. They're like, this is bullshit, that's bullshit.
Yeah, I've kind of distanced myself from some comics recently because they talk shit about things that like it's like all the time, nonstop, and I'm like, hey, a lot of these people are actually really valid, and you should. And I don't want to be associated with people that are constantly negative.
Yeah, like Jesse Burlingame.
I don't know Jesse like that. I do like
I
Jesse
like
though.
Jesse. He's like, that's why I said it because it's not true.
Yeah. But no, I just have friends that were always talking shit, and I was like, well, you're not doing better than any of these people, and you just can't you can't have that. I don't think.
Yeah, you don't want to turn it in on yourself. You want to turn it out. The cutting comic eye. You don't want to just use it to hurt your
Yeah.
career. You want it to make fun of fucking airplane food.
Come on now, that's fun. Okay, so
Yeah.
Joe, let's go over to. You can either do. I don't know if you have another job growing up, or if you want to do your current job, because I see on Instagram your current job's sick. But if you have another one,
So
let's
I'm
get it
actually
in.
having like a really good time at the beer sales thing that I'm doing right now. Basically, like
Break it down, explain it, because I've seen it on your Instagram story, and I'm so jealous.
it's fun as fuck. So basically, my job is once in a while. It's truly that's the way that I would describe
just as it happened.
It's like 3 races a year and then like 10 concerts. So cumulatively
cool.
over the whole year, it's like 20 days of work for the whole year.
Oh my God.
Basically, they give you a cooler and they send you out into the wild and they're just like, sell as much beer as you can and you keep all the tips.
No, okay,
And
nice.
I genuinely like it. I'll tell you why I like it.
Yeah.
Because stand up is really tough sometimes because you'll put so much effort into something and you'll be like, this new bit that I wrote is amazing. I love it. And then you love it like a new baby. And then it sucks. Like you put a bunch of effort into it and sometimes it doesn't go anywhere.
Yep.
Or like you bulletproof in a new 10 minutes and you work and work and work and then you get kicked in the dick and you get knocked back down.
Yeah.
But with this, it's like the harder I work, the more money that I make in the next paycheck.
That's
and
the
it's
best.
directly correlated. It's like a 1-to-1 relationship.
I
So
love
I'm
that.
like, dude, I'm showing up early. I'm ready
Yeah.
to rip. I got the zins in my pocket. I'm ready to fucking go.
You're lit.
And the thing is, like, people complain about the job all the time. They're like, oh, this fucking sucks. And it's like, yeah, there are things that suck. Do I like waking up at 5:30 in the morning?
No.
No. I hate it, as a matter of fact.
But once in a while.
But 20 days a year, in exchange for not having to work a part-time job 2 days a week, every week, instead of that, I have to go
God,
sling
that's so
beer at a
sick.
racetrack 20 days a year. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Let's
dream.
Have a
go.
boss over your shoulder constantly. You have freedom to do what you want.
So they monitor you a little bit just because like
They're
there's
not like
Yeah.
physically. They're not.
I mean, I think that involves beer. I think
they're
you have to
watching
keep
'cause
some
it's
sort of
like-
eye on.
they're making sure that you're not selling beer to minors. They're making sure that you're not stealing from the company. They're making sure that you're not blacking out on the job.
Yeah.
Like they're like, just don't be a piece of shit
Yeah.
and you'll be fine.
Which
and I'm
is
like,
so easy.
this I can handle. And the thing is like, the vibe is not like, oh, yay, we get to work and there's a ping pong table. And they're not like, oh, this is fun. And we have like a community cooler. It's like, show in, go hard, get the fuck out, get the check in the mail in a couple weeks. And
I love
like,
that.
I love this.
I love that so much.
it's
That
fun.
rocks. I'm
I'm
so
having a good
jealous of
time with
that.
Come do it. If you want to do it, come do it.
Okay, I'll hit you up. I'll send you
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Work in a factory making socks and shoes.
Well, I just do comedy. That's all I do right now is like, and it's like a lot of like producing stuff. But I was telling someone, it's like I need to like, I was considering just messaging like companies' HR departments, being like, I'll come in, give me like 5 hours, like make me work like one day of the week, just because I feel like I need like more perspective on the world again. I need to like be around like non-comics.
100%. Like we just watched the me and Spencer Cavins just went to see the a documentary about Andy Kaufman.
Yeah.
And at like the height of his
Was there a new one?
there's one that came out last year. It's called Thank You Very Much. Fucking amazing.
May have
And it'll
seen that
make you, if you want to see something that will make you second guess everything you've ever done in your career, make you feel like a hack, that's the documentary to watch.
That's awesome.
But at his absolute peak, he's like on SNL, he's on a sitcom, he's one of the biggest comics in the world. 2 nights a week, he's working as a busboy at a restaurant.
Really?
Because it's fucking fun. Someone on SNL, while he's on the show, caught him panhandling on the side of the road.
That's so sick.
Dude, because he would go into the busboy job and he's like, one, it's the only thing that I can do where I actually get to talk to people, where it's not like this perspective of like, you're famous, I'm not, this is weird. He's like, we're going 1-to-1. A lot of these people have no idea who I am. And he would go to the restaurant and people would be like eating their food. And his big bit that he would try to do is he would like, someone would serve them dinner and they would start eating. And then he'd come over and be like, you done? And start taking people's food away while they were like mid-mouth.
It's a TikTok trend now.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so fucking funny.
Probably got it from that movie. It's probably like the origin of it. People saw it there and then we're like, I gotta do that online.
I mean, dude, he used to do this thing where he would open for himself. He would dress up in a costume, go on stage, and just fucking bomb.
What's the
on
character's
purpose.
name? It's he would do like it's like a lounge singer, right?
Oh, I forget his name.
God, there's a guy who still. So sometimes it was like 80% of the time it was him, but sometimes it was his friend, and his friend that used to do it to fill in. Because then like once people caught on that it was like him in prosthetics, then he actually had someone else start to do it.
Crazy.
That guy still tours with that act.
Whoa.
He did it for like he's like way too old now. He's like 80 something. But I did a comedy festival with him on it. It was like and like it was just Kaufman's like old writing friend from like SNL.
Dude, so his character, this is the fuck. I forget what the name of the guy is. I turned my phone off, but
I know.
what's the name of Andy Kaufman's character that he would play all the time? Because this is my favorite thing about him. He would go out and Andy Kaufman was sober. He didn't drink. He didn't smoke. He didn't do drugs. He meditated twice a day. And his character, who he would go into full character as, drank, smoked, bang hookers, and he would hit up his friends and be like,
Yep.
"Hey, just so you know, I'm going out of town." And what's his name?
Yeah, I gotta try to find it.
He would be like, basically the name of the character is staying at my house.
Yep.
And so he would dress up and live life.
Tony Clifton.
He'd be like, Tony Clifton is staying at my house.
Tony Clifton.
So he would go, I need to blow up some steam. He would stop being sober, vegan, doing yoga, dress up as Tony Clifton for 2 weeks in his own apartment and just black out and bang hookers every night. It is some of the fucking wildest shit, dude.
Yeah. No, I did a comedy festival, Floodwater Comedy Festival in Iowa City. He like lives in Chicago. Is his old writing friend. He will do gigs as Tony Clifton. You can still see Tony Clifton to this day. He has like a website.
Hilarious.
But it's just yeah, but it was like 80% of the time 80% of the time it was Kaufman, and then people like were like it's Kaufman, and then it wouldn't be, and they'd be like, that can't be him. And then they'd like show up on the stage.
There.
Yeah, and they'd show up on stage time. People are like, wait, what? And then everyone started doubting that it was like a bit, and like everyone started going crazy, which is so brilliant to commit so to this character and then stop doing the character and then make everyone just think they're insane.
He got his character a guest spot on a sitcom that he wanted to stop doing, and then freaked out in character and got him fired from the show. It's funniest guy ever. But sorry, I'm running us off the fucking.
No, I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad, dude. But no, it was yeah. He would pretend to be a busboy, like just like stuff like that. Like I would love to. I just want to go back. I don't even like. I would want some money, but yeah, I need like something like that again.
Hans, you ever think about getting a day job just for fun?
No, I think it's stupid.
All right, I've never done this before, but we'll ask this: if you had to, if all of a sudden you have to get a day job, let's just say it's for one day of the week, like not even like not serious. You have to go start working a job right now. What would it be?
I'd probably do terrorism.
You're gonna go bomb the
You
Capitol?
go ISIS
like
or
Nick
Taliban?
Yeah.
I would go like like Timothy McVeigh, but like pick a good target. Some children,
Yeah. No.
no victims. Just bomb like like
Bomb
some
like
of these fucking
an empty post
fascist
office.
pigs right now abducting
Hell yeah.
legal residents.
You're gonna go bomb an ICE prison.
Disgusting.
You're gonna free the prisoners from ICE.
Yeah,
All right, that's a
do
good one.
that.
That's a noble
or just
pursuit.
like a headquarters or something.
Go free them from El Salvador.
Yeah, I'd love to.
That'd be fun.
It's horrible. They're like, hey, the crime is down. There's no more kidnappings in El Salvador. The government does it all.
That's literally what's happening.
Anyways,
That's a good one. You said you're gonna be an anti-ICE. You're gonna.
yeah, I just live in a van and just like make bombs.
The cool part of being anti-ICE was you could call yourself Fire, and that's kind of cool. If you're gonna be a terrorist organization, be called Fire. 'Cause that's kind of sick. Yeah, yeah. It's the inverse of ICE. It's because the Mexicans are so spicy. Hey. All right.
Yeah, you could call yourself habanero pepper.
So bad. I'll stop. This bit should have never happened. Joe, you have to go back. Another job. You can't be slinging beers, which sounds like so much fun.
Yeah. Well, I think the dish pit job was like really fun because
Yeah.
this is what would happen. Like country clubs are different from any other business model because if you're working in the restaurant, how busy you are is 100% dependent on weather. So if it rains, they would hit you up and be like, hey, you don't need to come in. We don't need anybody in the dish pit. It's over.
Yeah.
So one day, the guy who owned the restaurant's son would cook and then would wait tables
Oh,
like
wow.
on days where it was raining because there would literally be like 4 people in the bar, and then I would sit in the dish pit. And so one day, it's the fucking 4th of July. I think it's 4th of July, 2011.
Oh no.
It's pouring rain in the
Shit.
morning, out of nowhere, not in the forecast.
Yeah.
Sun breaks through, clears. It's a beautiful 70-degree July
Oh.
day. We're the only 2 people working there.
Oh no.
All of a sudden, 50 people in the restaurant. Colin,
no.
the guy who like would work in the back, he goes, Joe, you've never waited tables before, but you know how to use the POS, right? You know how to use run up drinks,
Yeah.
you know how to run in stuff. I go, yeah. He goes, you're head waiter. You are head waiter. You are the maitre d'. You're the fucking bartender. I'm in the back of the house. Go. So he's
That's
calling
crazy.
people, trying to get people to come in. Nobody's showing up. I'm literally sprinting around table to table and running drinks. It comes to a point where, like, for whatever reason, a woman who was the wife of a very big corporation
Yeah.
lived in town, and they would come up for dinner sometimes at the club.
Yeah.
And so one night they're sitting there, they're having dinner, they're hanging out. The wife orders 4 glasses of wine for her and her 3 friends.
Classic.
And so me being the dumb fuck that I am, what do you do when somebody orders 4 glasses of wine from the same bottle? You get 4 glasses, you hold them like this, and then you hold the bottle. Instead, I pour 4 glasses, I put them on a tray, I run them over, I trip, I dump the entire tray of wine into this woman's lap.
Oh no.
And so we're like mid-shift. I'm so busy, I had to be like, I'll give you a rag. And then I was just running around doing it. It was the craziest 4-hour shift of my entire life. We got through it.
Did you make good money at least?
Not really. I mean, I made like $150, which like for me at that time, that's bar none. Actually, at the time when I made $150, that was like the most I'd ever made in any shift of work ever. Because it's $7 an hour. You got to work 20 hours, and that's all in cash, non-tax. It's one of the most fucked up things about like working too.
Yeah.
Is like, even when you're making $7 an hour, you still pay Social Security, payroll tax, and basic income tax.
You get most of it back at the end of the year.
Yes, you get like $5.50 an hour.
Yeah.
So I would work like 20 hours over the course of the week. My check would be like $110.
Yeah.
I go, what the fuck is that? I mean, I'm not explaining anything new to either of you guys.
It's so sad at the end of the week. You get like a $200 check.
Yeah. I used to detassel corn, so I was like a farm laborer for like minimum wage, and like they'd have to like they'd get you on a school bus. They'd rent the school buses out and like bus you out in the fields. I've talked about it on this podcast before, so like all 10 of our loyal listeners, you've heard this one. But then you would get back and you would have like $21, and then you would go and get lunch, and then you'd have like $10 left, and you'd be like, what did I just do? I was just laboring away in the fields from 4 a.m. and now I have $10. You're like, what the hell am I doing with
$10?
Yeah, I mean, because you'd get lunch, or like then you have to fill up your car with gas because it was like, it was like rural Iowa, so you had to drive like a long ways to get there, and you'd be like, what am I doing? Like, what am I like? It was
crazy.
Like, it was like crazy.
Evidently now, like, so I kind of grew up in the straddle era of that, where like in my Northern Connecticut, my dad's era, like every kid picked tobacco.
Oh,
like,
nice.
Yeah, when I was a kid, some kids picked tobacco.
Yeah.
And now none do. But like, you would see why nobody would do it, because it's the fucking hardest work ever.
Yeah.
Like, you show up, dude. It's $10 an hour, so it's more than the dish pit.
Nice.
But you're outside,
Yeah.
in a field, in the most grimy situations, and you work
in the
your
heat of summer.
fucking ass off. Like, it's literally back-breaking work because you're bent over like this. So by the end, your back gets all tight and stuff.
Yep.
And I did a couple shifts doing that, helping like my buddy out with his farm.
Crazy.
But like, I could never, I'll be completely honest.
Yeah.
I could not hack doing that for the entire summer. I was just like, I'm sorry, I can't do it.
No,
My dad was like,
crazy.
we all worked tobacco when we were kids. And I'm like, yeah, man, great. Like, I can't do it. I'm a fucking pussy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I have social media. I have friends I can say are visibly having more fun than me right now.
But yeah, man, these guys. So now, evidently, the new market is like, for these jobs, like for the jobs, they'll literally just go to Jamaica, and they'll get like the most hardworking like sugarcane guys.
Really?
And they'll be like, hey, we'll give you like $20 an hour.
Yeah.
We'll pay for you to fly over here for the summer. Just come out and go. And they'll come in and they'll do it. But the market's gone up because it's like, Yeah, not
Is there
every.
any technology? Do you have like a smart bag that like flies away when you're done picking?
That would be nice, but evidently no. You have to drag it out of there. It's like
How is there
old
no
school.
technology involved in this? Like we
There-
have like a fucking
Great question.
There is a lot of like, I mean, I know farm technology is like so crazy.
For corn, especially corn's
Yeah,
all
I mean they've
automatic,
like they've
right?
like yeah they've had
Yeah.
self-driving tractors like 5 years before self-driving Teslas were a thing. Like there's farms where you have 10-year-olds sitting in self-driving tractors just making sure nothing goes wrong. Like that's like not uncommon in Iowa
Yeah.
right now.
Well, I
Because
think that's why people like corn because it's so easy to automate. But tobacco is probably harder to
yeah.
make a machine for.
Yeah, it's like the gentler crops, like berries. Berries is another one where like berry, like you can't like have a machine because like if you just press too hard, they're gonna squish and then you're gonna have a useless berry. Like you have to do some things by like hand. Like you can shake off.
Kind
a
of
berry.
incredible, right?
Yeah, but then you're
Yeah,
gonna
the
get bugs
human
in it and
body is
everything.
amazing. We're
Yeah.
berry picking machines.
Okay, we're built to berry picker sounds like a slur for just humans. It's a slur. It's like aliens are gonna come down.
For you.
Aliens gonna be like those berry pickers, and I'll be like, hey, cut it out. Like,
Yeah.
It's like the robots are gonna call us.
yeah, they need us around to pick berries. But no, yeah,
That's all we do.
it was yeah, it's like the more finer details, like the more finer, the more like delicate the crop. Like same with like tomatoes and like other like stuff like that. Like it's hard to automate tomatoes because
That's
they grow on a
crazy.
vine.
We're
and
still
that's
doing
weird.
it the same way they did in the 1500s.
Yeah, yeah. They just hire a bunch of high schoolers or college kids and they just send them in the fields and
By
That's
the way,
crazy.
for me, side note,
yeah,
tomatoes homegrown and like
Yeah.
good soil.
yep,
One of the biggest difference between like at the store and like if you
Yeah.
fucking get a tomato
yeah,
that you just picked off the vine, it's a different fucking vegetable. It's
Yeah.
not the same thing. Like a
Yeah.
cherry tomato off the vine is fucking insane.
dude. I want so badly to get like a splice of these. Like my grandma's the raspberries at her place are like
Crazy.
you can't find raspberries that good. Like they're like pure sugar. It's crazy.
It's insane, dude.
Yeah,
Big raspberry boys.
huge raspberry.
I'm
kid.
sure it's easier to pick if they're all like GMO'd to be air, half air.
Even if these are GMO, I think these are just. I think my grandma's had this like patch of raspberries, and it's like it's not a industrial garden size, but it's like a proper like, I don't know, like maybe like
In
50
between.
meters of raspberries, like 40 meters of raspberries.
Meters.
Meters.
Are you Canadian?
I just know. I in my mind I saw a track.
And you seem like you could be.
No, I'm from Iowa.
Yeah.
I'm one state away. We got
Bye.
we have Minnesota buffering us between us and Canada.
Nice.
But yeah, no. But yeah, we would yeah, raspberries. That was the one big one for us growing up was
Yeah.
raspberries.
Your grandma's like a raspberry fiend.
Yeah, I mean she's 90,
Don't talk
so
about his grandma.
She's a raspberry whore.
she still picks her own raspberries. She still like mows her own yard and everything at 90.
That's sick.
Dude, have you ever seen they have like races where it's like 90 up, like they have like different like competitive race categories by age. 90 up is one of them. And it's just like if you compete, like you can do it. My grandma, I've seen my grandma run. She can still run. I want her so badly to compete. Cause like the people doing it are just like barely moving. She would smoke these hoes. Like my grandma would fucking break like a 40-meter record for
I
90.
think my mom's got a shot.
Really?
Honestly, yeah, because my mom right now for like she just broke her collarbone, but for like triathletes,
Nah.
women 65 plus,
Oh yeah.
it's #1 in the country. It's
so
fucking
sick.
insane.
Yeah.
My mom's fucking yoked. It's nuts.
Yes.
Like-
Dude, I want my grandma to run so, but to just, I ask her every time I see her and she's like, ha ha ha. She's just this like modest farm lady who's never traveled in her life. And I'm like, no, but seriously? Like you're sitting on money right
Dude,
now.
if you never stop like exercising, you can just stay.
Yeah.
She also doesn't drink, which I'm sure helps a ton.
That's
so
crazy.
I like actively realize like it might take 10 years off my life. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, I'm so much fun. You're slinging beers on race day, dude. No, I know. I'm actively jealous. And my favorite part, because you guys don't know this, is they wear the prices on like you have a white T-shirt with like the prices on it.
Oh, yeah.
To me, that's the best part.
It's fun.
That's
So
so,
efficient.
yeah.
That should be your new merch.
That'd be
It
kind
would
of cool.
be sick.
That would actually be really cool merch.
PBR, $20.
Yeah, that would actually kind of go
With
hard.
some cool beers on it.
PBR $20 would be sick.
You could have all the logos.
If they let me custom stock the beers that I wanted to stock in my cooler, we would fucking dude.
What,
So,
like, what would be in your cooler? It would be like you have like 5 drinks. They can't be liquor.
So I usually get like 8 or 9. They got to be beers. So
All right.
you got to cover the basics. So
We'll keep it easy.
Bud Light, Busch Light, obviously.
Classic.
I PBR Montucky Cold Snack
Oh, okay.
for sure.
Montucky's huge.
Coors Banquet
In
and
Texas?
Coors Light. Oh yeah.
So you guys
Banquet.
got PBR in Texas now?
Well, PBR owns Lone Star. Fun fact.
Yeah.
So they're like
That's why
Oh.
I'm thinking you should do Lone Star. instead
Lone
of
Star over
PBR.
PBR would be sick.
Interesting.
That's
And-
crazy. I've never seen PBR in Texas before.
And this wouldn't be allowed, but I would do Rainier too.
Oh, okay.
Oh my
Rainier
God.
rips.
That's Seattle.
Huge.
That's
That's
our
now.
PBR.
That's a great question, Matt.
What?
You're a good interviewer. That's a good question.
No, that's a great. Well,
What beers would you put in your? No one ever asks me that.
you're trying to beat everyone else out. Montucky Cold, I think that's a great one because I think that's
Cold
a
Snacks
nice.
are a good pick.
Yeah, I think it's a great. It's got like a lot of national brand visibility, and
I'm
it's
writing
kind
that
of just
question
like a
down,
fun
making
one.
a video about it.
Go for it, please do.
great
Please do.
question.
I'll gladly love to see that on your Instagram page. Love what you're doing out there.
Thank you, bro.
But yeah, I think that'd be a fun one.
Yeah.
You're just. I'm still thinking about. Did you have a favorite roll from when you were?
Just anything with raw fish on it. Just more raw fish, the better. The less rice, more fish. Rice is just like a little base. But yeah.
Interesting. Did you ever have a corporate job? I know you went to school for engineering.
Worked at a startup company in Chattanooga, Tennessee, doing medical devices.
Oh shit!
Yeah, minimum wage for a startup.
In college or out of college?
Yeah, out of college. And then I had an
That's
internship
criminal.
out of college.
What was the internship at?
Grenzebach, a roller conveyor company. They make the machines that make glass.
So wait, that's the Chattanooga. Isn't Memphis the big like medical? Is it Memphis and Chattanooga? That's where all
Yeah.
those like jobs are.
Probably.
You
Interesting.
gotta be a Tennessee guy, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
Fuck
I'm
yeah.
sure that helped. They got a good medical thing in Tennessee for some reason.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I love how you knew that. You were like, "Yep, that's what they're known for."
That almost
Actually,
became my job. I got
medical device
I was
sales.
kind of really looking for a job in 2018. I couldn't get back into tech. I was kind of struggling, so I got offered a job working for a job Smith nephew in Memphis, Tennessee, and I almost took it. And I sometimes think about what my life would have ended up like. If,
You would be doing a different genre of comedy.
well, dude, if you make fucking 50 grand in Memphis, Tennessee,
You're set.
you're dominating. You're doing great. Like you can get a whole place to yourself. Hans, can I hear your baby?
You start talking about Tennessee, and he needs it.
We should me and Hans should just start a geek bar company. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, you pick tobacco. Now you're smoking it.
And big tobacco from a white boy would sell like crazy. If that was your whole company.
Yeah, you get like 5 hits and then you're like, I'm tired.
Dude, I mean, if you were to buy hand-picked tobacco and it was like in parentheses picked by white boys, I think people would pay more money for it. Like, I literally think there's a market for
Yeah,
it.
but they shit in it or something because white
No.
people love.
I do not condone this message.
Yeah, Joe's an honest tobacco picker.
Yeah.
Tobacco picker also sounds
We
like a
can
slur.
start white slavery like this.
It's art. It's
That was a
artisanal.
bad slide. I don't know
It's-
how you
it's
slid it to me
no.
without it knocking over, man.
I don't know, just
He's a veteran of the game.
mental movement.
Well, guys, this is a good podcast. I'm gonna cut it here. That was a great time. Do you have anything you guys want to plug?
I think as a species, we just need to not kill ourselves. And
Okay.
I feel like it's fucked up that white people are in charge of not killing ourselves because they like to kill themselves.
Yeah, huge fan.
You just said Koreans kill themselves too.
I'm not saying we'd be better.
Hans is projecting.
Yeah, we're second. That's not good either.
Are you all
Alright.
right, Hans? You doing okay?
Me,
need a hug?
no.
No.
Yeah, I think it's great that the country is like such a joke because it's like, hey, at least I didn't put a tariff on Easter Island.
Yeah,
It's like I'm doing better than that.
that's a good
I
point.
didn't do Iraq.
Yeah,
All right. Well, I don't have any
Dude.
geopolitical messages to send. Come to Ha Ha Hidalgo. Check out the T1000 podcast coming soon. It'll be great.
sounds great.
Thanks, guys.
That was fun.
Fuck yeah, dude.
All right, peace.
Thank you.
That was great. That
was sick.
was fun, guys. Yeah, that's the podcast. If I talk about jobs, if it goes off, it goes off. Oh,
You don't have one now?
me?
Yeah.
No, I've been doing comedy full time for like a year.
Let's go.
But it helps that I sold my half of a show in Chicago. That was huge.
Nice.
Roast Battle in Chicago. I mean, I was full time in Chicago with that. The company was so big. RBC, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And then I moved here, and they're like, no, you're not here. We don't want you in the company anymore. And I was like, well, it's heartbreaking, but I'll leave.
Dude, this was fucking sick. I like the concept a lot.
The podcast?
Yeah. Dude.
Thank you.
It's a great concept because like talking about your shitty jobs is like there's infinite
Well,
stuff
sometimes
to talk about.
some of the people have like, dude, there's this coworker who is crazy, and they'll just like dive in on a coworker, and that's 20 minutes, you know?
Oh yeah,
Because we've all had like,
I could do a whole hour on Owen.
yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah, you all have that one guy.
Owen, fuck.
If you don't